It's a film waffle.
Hello, everybody. My name's Darren. That's Graham.
Hi.
I have been to the cinema without you to see a film called The Happy Prince.
Oh, The Happy Prince.
The Happy Prince.
This sounds very close to happiness.
Oh, I've got a story about that.
Yeah.
And do you want to hear it? Have I got how much in?
Yeah, it's alright.
When we were in school, we used to say to people, "Were you born with happiness?" And what we meant was a penis. And if they said no, you're like, "Aha, you didn't have a penis."
You went to an old boys' school, didn't you?
This is in primary school. And then so my friend told his sister that, who was younger than him. So she'd have been like 5, and she thought it was hilarious. So she then went to her dad to do it to him. But she got confused, and instead of saying to him, "Were you born with happiness?" she said, "Were you born with a happy penis?"
Ew.
I know. Anyway, that's an anecdote I've had
thing.
for 25 years. What, you had a happy penis?
Not for a long time. I heard about somebody actually lived in Rock Ferry.
Oh, yeah.
They raised their child. The kid wouldn't stop wetting the bed and stuff.
They raised them to stop wetting the bed?
No, sorry. Well, they
stopped wetting the bed.
So they tried to make him stop wetting the bed by tying his cock.
Dick
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
With
Well, I just woke up the next day with an exploded dick.
basically, yeah,
Jesus
just
Christ.
all back up and stuff
Where
like
did
that.
you do
Yeah.
that from?
Family.
Who was it that had the dick
I don't know. It was a neighbour of the family member, but
Bloody
anyway.
hell. Anyway, so
I also have another story about an inappropriate joke told to your dad.
Huh?
Because my brother and sister told me that a joke saying who went to Mount Olive, and when I said Popeye, they said no, I said Jesus and said no Popeye. So I sort of didn't really understand it, and they were like, "Go and tell Dad."
Yeah.
Which I don't know why, because clearly that's like guiding a lamb to slaughter.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what they did. They went to get you into trouble.
Yeah, and get
Yeah.
my head caved in. So I told me Dad, and
Me.
didn't even respond.
Didn't he?
Mm.
Didn't get it, probably.
He did, because he was. I can see him.
Was he livid?
Which is
Did
weird.
you just silently walk
I
over
think,
and punch a wall?
yeah, he was chopping stuff in the kitchen, like for dinner or whatever, and not victims and stuff, but like he just kind of like gripped it tighter and stuff, and then
It's
like
weird. Anyway, should we
didn't
talk about the film?
respond. at
This
all.
is getting a bit therapy
Alright,
for
go
you.
on,
It's
go on,
weird.
go on,
It's
go
been
on.
about 40 seconds of you just talking about your dad chopping things. So The Happy Prince is about the final days of Oscar Wilde.
Rome.
Oscar Wilde.
Oh, Oscar Wilde.
I mean, in many ways, it was quite similar to the last days of Rome. What
Were
do
the
you know about...
barbarians attacking
No.
Oscar Wilde?
I mean, in a way, if you...
Oh, hang on a sec. Yeah, didn't he have like hepatitis or something?
Yeah, something. Syphilis.
Syphilis, that's the one.
Yeah. So what do you know about Oscar Wilde?
He's a talker.
He's a talker,
He's
yeah.
a chatty type.
He is, yeah.
Chatty Cathy. He was a bit of a wisecracker, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's known
He's
for his
known
witty
for
quotes.
his witticisms.
What's his favourite... What witty quote
Do you have
come
anything to declare?
Nothing except my genius.
That's the one.
Yes, the only one I know as well.
Yeah. But he's known for others of which are plentiful, which we do not know of.
No. Do you know what book he wrote?
Uh,
Well, I mean, I'm
Go
sure he
on.
wrote a few, but Dorian Gray?
oh, was that him?
I think so. It's not in the movie. This is just my own private knowledge I'm sharing with you all.
Private.
So anyway, so the film is written, directed, and starring... Written and directed by and starring
Go on.
Rupert Everett.
Oh.
Is that Rupert Everett?
Yes.
I didn't think you know who he
I
was.
liked
to
him
be
in
honest.
St. Trinian's.
What else? St. Trinian's 2.
So he was in St. Trinian's too as a lady,
Yeah.
and he was a lady in the first
He's
one.
in Stardust as well.
Didn't like Stardust.
You're an idiot. I love Stardust.
De Niro is ridiculous in that film.
Everything he's been in since 1995. Well, 1997.
When was Stardust out?
2000 and something.
Well, that counts, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's still a good film. So it's about the last few days of Oscar Wilde, and he is played by Rupert Everett. And I should say,
To be on his deathbed.
yeah, but it like flashes back and forward and all the rest. So
When was he around? Like 60s?
no, like 18 something, I think.
Oscar Wilde?
Yeah,
I think you're wrong about that.
I'm definitely not wrong about. It certainly wasn't the 60s. Queen Victoria was.
Who did War of the Worlds on the radio?
H.G. Orson Welles.
H.G. Orson
Well,
Welles.
I thought you were like who wrote War of the Worlds, which would be H.G. Wells, and who did it on the radio, Orson Welles.
Orson Welles did it on the radio. Who are we talking about?
Oscar Wilde.
Same guy.
It's not though, is it? Yeah, so it's I don't like Rupert Everett at all. He just comes across as like a proper twat. Maybe he's not. I mean, I think he is.
I think he looks the type to be friends with like Jason Isaacs and stuff, and he seems like a board treader.
Yeah, but
And,
like a
Kenneth
pretentious,
Branagh.
snobby one.
Yeah.
But Kenneth Branagh seems like a really nice guy.
Famous
And I've heard
as,
anecdotes from other people about how much of an arsehole Rupert Everett is.
Really?
Yeah. And like
You
I heard an
wouldn't-
interview
you
with him.
wouldn't picture
I heard an interview with him the other day on the radio, and he was so fucking boring. Just like, shut up. This isn't an interesting interview.
Yeah, I imagine that's how people feel when they're listening to us.
I
Our
don't think they do
average
listen to us. Yeah,
viewing is 2 minutes.
and that's me.
Trying to figure out what the hell we're talking about.
I went to see it anyway, and I really liked it. And I really liked his performance as Oscar Wilde.
No.
Yeah, it was a really...
Were you going in expecting to really just be, like, annoyed by him?
No, I mean, I went in, obviously, so I was open-minded enough to go and give it 2 hours of my life, but it certainly disarmed any prejudice that I did have. And I felt really sorry for his Oscar Wilde, and Stephen Fry played Oscar Wilde in a film in, I think it was the 90s, called Wild. And
Wild at Heart.
And they're both really good as Oscar Wilde, like, in terms of casting. And there are times when...
How do you know?
Because they're both gay. and clever. You know, there you go. And they look a bit like him.
Well, it's good for an actor to be able to relate to the characters, so...
Well, that's true. Makes me worry about Ray Fiennes in Schindler's List, but yeah. And Harry Potter.
Yes, he's a bad man.
It's an extra leap, isn't it? Because a Nazi, just about a Nazi wizard. Well, how does he know what a wizard's like? They're not real.
That's mad. But he still did it very well.
So there are times when, like, Rupert Everett really looks like Stephen Fry, and it makes you think, like, oh, I'd quite like to see Stephen Fry do it, because he's doing as good a job as you, but I don't hate him. I don't hate Rupert Everett, but...
Sounds like you do.
No, and...
You got a bit of a hang-up on him, haven't you?
And actually, there was times as well when Rupert Everett would turn in the makeup and he looked a lot like Alfred Molina, and I think, oh, I really want to see an Alfred Molina version of this movie. But, you know, whatever. The film was really good. And I don't know if he's directed anything else, but it feels like it's directed by a proper director, as opposed to just someone having a go because, you know, they can.
That's interesting.
Thank you for letting me know I said an interesting thing. So...
There's a lot of films out that are just done for the sake of it, though, aren't there? And it's... So, was it more like a bit of a love letter from Everett?
It didn't shy away from how much of a twat Oscar Wilde could be and how poisonous he was to kind of everyone that liked him.
Yeah.
I'm sure his wife died of syphilis, I think.
So you were being literal then when you said how poisonous he was to everyone?
Subconsciously. I didn't mean it literally when I said it, but also, she's played by Emily Watson.
Oh, I like Emily Watson.
From Cemetery Junction, amongst other films.
Yeah.
She's very fine.
Good.
She's very good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
you were going to say Ray Winston, but that was the one about the three brothers.
The Proposition.
Ray
Winston, yeah.
And Emily Watson. I wasn't just.
Yeah. Danny Houston.
Yes.
And John
Nobody
Hurt.
else. Nobody else.
John Hurt.
Nobody else.
And Guy Pearce. So yeah, so it's really gritty and it doesn't shy away from how miserable his last few days were and he comes across as really oh my god, because obviously he got arrested and whatnot for being gay, which is horrific, and you see what happens to him in where they shave his head, and he's such a nice, even though he's a bit arrogant and he can treat people like shit, he comes across as a really nice person. It's just sometimes he's a bit selfish. So when he's getting his head shaved and everything, and it's not even like he's done a crime. He's just a gay guy, and it's horrendous. It's just horrible.
His crime is honesty.
Well, his crime is just himself. Being himself.
Yeah.
It was one of those. I mean, it didn't linger on the prison stuff too much, although it did play into it quite a lot in the end. Basically, you don't see him in prison much, but clearly that's affected him. And but it's one of those which is like you get so angry, and everyone's like, you should have the worst sentence, and then he's at a train station and he's being spat at by everyone whilst in shackles, and it's just horrible. And because he's such like a party guy, Oscar Wilde, and he's a raconteur, and then you suddenly see him having his head shaved and stripped and put in icy water for nothing because everyone's a cunt.
So, yeah, so it's about... Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So was that early on in the story?
Well, I mean, yeah, but the story's only the last few days, don't forget. Yeah. So it's like him dying and then flashing back to a couple of guys that he loved and his wife and that happening to him.
That sounds like a really sad story.
It is really sad. It is, yeah. I mean, I mean, like I say, it's not like you said a love letter. It's not like Oscar Wilde is the greatest person ever. It does show him, like...
No, but it's an honest account, and it's... I guess if his crime was honesty, sharing his honest message was
he did kind of an important... literally nothing wrong, and he was treated like the lowest of the low as a result in the end. Just horrible. Some imagery of like him sat at the train station because he's like a big guy, so you can't really miss him. I just really made me feel bad.
Oh.
And then at the end, it comes up, with the text Oscar, Wilde's, this person went on to live this long and all the rest of it. And then it said in 2017, I think it said, Oscar Wilde, and along with several other gay men, received a pardon, you know, for their whatever they did.
Yeah.
And I remember, to be fair, the
do.
one interesting thing Rupert Everett said in the interview that he was really boring in was like, how the fuck dare they pardon him? That implies he still did something wrong. It should be they apologised wholeheartedly to him.
Yeah.
Not we just, we'll forgive him his crime. No, he didn't commit a fucking crime,
Yeah.
you twats. Anyway.
It's the wording in it. It's all about the wording.
Yeah, well,
it amounts to the
pardon it.
same thing, but saying...
Well, no, because one's acknowledging... One's saying, we'll let you off, you did what you did, and the other's are saying, we made a mistake, we are so sorry for the misery.
Well, to
and
be
the
fair,
life
at the
ruining.
time, then it was illegal,
But it
wasn't it?
shouldn't have been.
Oh, no, I know.
So-
But I'm saying he still broke the law.
And by not apologising for it, surely they're standing by the decision that was previously made and just saying, look, we'll forget that. As opposed to going, we apologise for everything that our people, our ancestors or our, system in the past did. Anyway, I just hate any form of prejudice and also, what's the word?
Bigotry?
No, authority.
Oh,
That's the word I'm
authority,
looking for,
yeah.
So if I can blame them for something, I will. Bye,
I
everyone.
think authority, especially like law and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it has this
I mean,
kind
I
of...
believe in you shouldn't murder people, but...
Well, it's the golden rule, isn't it? Literally, we only need one law. Treat others how you'd like to be treated. If you break...
Unless you're a masochist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just one law. But, it's just... authority has this image of, you kind of have to... The authority makes you take it for granted that they are right.
Yes.
But it's a very... It's not,
being
it's not a
fucking
black...
hypocrites themselves,
Yeah,
usually.
it's not a black and white... Well,
Yeah.
disgusting.
You want to watch this movie now? What made you want to watch it?
No, I just want to watch police getting run over on
Bloody hell.
YouTube.
What?
American police.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw it. I don't need to see it again. But it was good.
Racist police.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.